the Venus-Saturn Super Scootchie. Welcome to Stargazers. I'm Dean Regas, astronomer from the Cincinnati Observatory.
And I'm James Albury, director of the Kika Silva Pla Planetarium in Gainesville, Florida. Hey Dean, guess what's happening at the end of this week?
Let me guess, another conjunction.
Yes, sir. Cue the music.
Oh brother, here he goes again. Well, if you've been watching the planets early in the morning, you probably noticed Venus and Saturn have been getting closer and closer.
In this episode, we'll give you the lowdown on this super Scootchie and explain a little about why it's happening. Let's show you. Okay, we'll start off by having our skies set up for an hour before sunrise on Tuesday, January 5th. In the southeast, you'll see the waning crescent moon above two bright lights. The brightest is our sister planet Venus, and the dimmer yellowish light is the ring planet Saturn.
As the days pass, you'll see the moon zip past this pair on January 6th, 7th, and 8th. And on January 9th, hold on to your hats. Venus and Saturn will appear so close to each other in the sky, they'll be less than a full moon width apart.
If you're viewing this in Eastern Europe, Western Asia, or Northern Africa, Venus and Saturn will be about 1/10 of a degree apart, just before sunrise. However, by the time the pair rises for us in North America, they will be about 1/3 of a degree apart. Still, this is a very close conjunction, comparatively speaking.
Conjunctions of the planets this close together are extremely rare. So, let's go into space and we'll tell you why.
As many of you know, the planets orbit the Sun in nested ellipses. When we view the solar system from above, the planets look like runners on a racetrack with each planet in a different lane. Mercury being the closest planet to the Sun, then Venus, then Earth, and then Mars, and so on.
As we travel around the Sun, we're all traveling at different speeds. The astronomer Johannes Kepler noticed that planets closer to the Sun travel faster than those farther away. For example, it takes Mercury only 88 Earth days to orbit the Sun, moving at a brisk 106,000 miles per hour. Venus, by comparison, takes 225 days to orbit the Sun, moving at a slower 78,000 miles per hour.
Earth takes approximately 365 days, or 1 year, to orbit the Sun, traveling approximately 66,000 miles per hour. Meanwhile, Mars takes almost 2 years to orbit the Sun. On average, Mars is moving at just under 59,000 miles per hour, dragging its two moons, Phobos and Deimos, along with it.
As we get further from the Sun, Kepler's observations of planetary motion still hold true. And although Kepler didn't know what force caused the planets to move at different speeds, we now know it's the result of the gravitational attraction of the Sun.
Saturn takes almost 30 years to orbit the Sun, traveling at a pokey 23,000 miles per hour. Venus, which is traveling faster than the Earth, has rounded the Sun and is on its way behind the Sun to reappear in our evening sky. As it travels, it will appear along our line of sight with respect to Saturn.
And this, fellow stargazers, is what causes a conjunction. Now, you're probably asking yourself, why don't Venus and Saturn get super close every year? Well, let's show you. Not only are the planets' orbits nested ellipses, they're also inclined to each other. In other words, the orbits, although they appear flat, all vary in their tilt slightly.
We call the tilt of a planet's orbit its orbital inclination. It's the variation in each planet's orbital inclination and the timing of planetary passages that makes some conjunctions closer than others.
You don't want to miss this super Scootchie, because the next time Saturn will have a super close conjunction with a bright planet will be with Jupiter in December 2020.
So we urge you to set your alarm clocks for an hour before sunrise on Saturday morning, January 9th. Pray for clear skies, and as always, keep looking up.